So the patch notes for Season 5. We're not worried about playlist. They add in the Rebirth Island mini royale trios and keeping the Rebirth Island Resurgence quads. Let's have a look. Battle Pass. Maps. Mobile broadcast stations have been added to Warzone. These POIs can be found in a variety of locations in Verdansk, differing from match to match to keep one area from being signal boosted by the rewards they offer. See what they're all about by going closer to them, but being sure to keep your head and tune out the broadcast each one emits. Redacted has gone off grid and reports suggested Redacted is going redacted in Verdansk. What we do now? There is an unauthorized Redacted that could jeopardize our Redacted in discovering and stopping Stitch. New Gulag Rush based on the classic Black Ops 2 map. This layout is comprised of the main speedball arena. Red doors. Beware of these doors send you to unexpected locations other than the main room. This may have something to do with those mobile broadcast stations seen around Verdansk. In general console only, high resolution texture are now delivered through on-demand textured streaming. To enjoy a similar visual quality, enable this feature in the options menu. PC only, the Windows 7 operating system will stop being supported by Call of Duty, Modern Warfare and Call of Duty Warzone on September the 8th. Gameplay loot that spawns across Verdansk has been just as followed. New Gulag and in-game lobby loadouts. The sentry gun kill streak can now be found in supply boxes. The tech and the EM2 have been added to the loot pool. Players may now detach from the sender before reaching their destination. Perks. They've added Combat Scout and Tempered, which we will discuss later in individually. Adjusted Cold-Blooded as well in terms of the thing. Fixed a few bugs. Done a new little UI, UX and more. They've changed the look of the armor and ammo box to make sure that you know what's different. Accessibility, steady aim behavior have been changed. Weapons, they've introduced the EM2 and the Tech 2 in the game as you level up in the Battle Pass, which are free, and then introducing in season, which will be mid-season, the Cane and the Marshall handgun. New challenges, new weapon unlock challenges. Attachments wise, they've only done adjustments to the AMP63. They've increased the rounds from the 20 round to 25 and the 25 to 30, and the Speed Mag 20 to 25 and the Salvo to 30, and introduced a few more operators. And the download is, as we see, under 20 gig and around about 15 gig for console players. So that is everything for patch notes. Next up, let's check out the perks. So two new perks have been introduced to Warzone. These are under Perk 2 and the Perk 3 category. First of all, under Perk 2 we have Tempered, which refills armor plates to full with 2 plates instead of 3. Equipping this perk fully restores armor. Secondly, under Perk 3 we have Combat Scout. Damaging an enemy briefly highlights them for you and marks them for the entire squad. This basically is going to be giving you a wall hack when you basically damaging an enemy, which is fantastic. So these are two new perks that I've introduced. So let's have a little quick discussion. So Combat Scout's going to be very good for everyone to be using. However, this means that you will be marked as soon as someone fires at you. So to counteract this, one would be the rolling Cold-Blooded. This basically, as this says, does not trigger high alert warning and negates Combat Scout. This is a very good perk to pair up if you know that everyone's going to be rocking Combat Scout. Because before we would be using double time in EOD. These were the two main categories that everyone would be using. However, now we're going to see a big change towards Cold-Blooded to ensure that the Combat Scout is basically nerfed. Overkill, in terms of this side, we've got Tempered, which is the new one, which I don't think is going to be used. Most people are going to be rocking Overkill to begin with to get their 2 guns and then be moving on to Ghost. Or however, I feel that High Alert will be a new one that will be introduced that will people be rocking as their secondary loadout instead of Ghost. And then thirdly, we have the side which is perks, which is free, which everyone would always have amped, but I believe everyone's going to be starting to use Combat Scout, especially in the later parts of the game. So this is definitely going to change. So most people, for when you're loading and jumping in to begin with, this is pretty much going to be your first go-to in terms of skills and stuff that you want in terms of the perks. And then when you're dropping in, you'll be going for Ghost as your secondary and probably keeping these as the same or having high alert. So this is pretty much what the perks are going to be, and this is what you guys are going to be rocking now. So perks has now been covered. So 2 new guns have been introduced to Warzone straight off the bat as long as you level up your battle pass to 15 and 31. The one is the Tech 9, which is the later one that you get, and the first one is the EM2. Both guns are very good and very viable for Warzone. I believe that these potentially could be definitely meta guns. I've worked my arse off to rank up the EM2, and this gun is going to be one of the beasts out there. It's a great gun. It's a low fire rate gun, but it's got a high damage profile, and I believe it's going to be pretty much up there with the C58 and the Krig as the guns to go to. So if you guys have unlocked it and you've ranked it up, these are the attachments that you're going to be rocking: the Agency Suppressor, the Task Force Barrel, the Axle 3x Scope, the 40 round mag, and the Field Agent Grip. These are pretty much the going to go to attachments for this gun. The other one is the Tech 9. This gun is a beast in terms of upgrading it and loading it up. This has a single fire to begin with. The rate of fire is changed and adjusted by the different muzzles that you have. So first of all, it's just a single fire gun. You have the burst fire repeater, and then unlock all the way down to 46 is the full auto, which is what you want to unlock to get the best out of this gun. And then in the barrel wise, you'd want the Task Force, and fun enough, this is down at number 48. And then for the laser, you would be using the Tiger Team Spotlight, which is also ranked down here, which is going to take time to unlock. Your under barrel, you're going to be rocking the Bruiser Grip for that faster speed and the hip fire accuracy. And ammunition wise, you're going to go for the biggest round mag, which I believe is the 40 round mag, which is further down. So pretty much load this out the same way that you run your Mac 10, and this will be a great gun to be using. However, it's going to take a right pain in the ass to rank it up, so I will touch on that later. However, what I am going to do with you guys is I'm going to go through the stats and explain why I think these guns are going to be meta. So if you go to my spreadsheet, I will leave a link in my video on how to see the stats, so you can have a little look, have a little tinker and see what you think. However, dropping the EM2 in, we can see for the headshot has a 61 damage profile, and for chest 45, and then 41 for stomach and 41 for extremities. This gun is clearly good. As we can see here, pretty much the most powerful gun that we've got is the Odin, but we know this has high recoil rate and slow mobility, so you're not going to get those shots off. So this gun is definitely not viable for Warzone. Next up, we have the FAL, which is definitely in second place in terms of average shots to kill for headshots and excluding headshots. This gun is a beast up to 21 meters and excels after 21 meters, where that drop off and the damage profile changes. As we can see on this gun has a very small ammo clip of 30, so this gun is ideal for solo play but not very good for anything above. So duos, trios, quads, we don't want to be rocking this. And as we can see, the EM2 is definitely up there now. It's in the third place ranked out of all the guns, with the C58 being ranked 5. The Krig is not ranked there, but the Krig has no recoil, super easy and steady to use, and has a fast, high fire rate. So that's why this gun is pretty much one of the meta guns that everyone is using. But trust me, check out the EM2. For that drop off after 26 meters, it ranks pretty high up. If you're excluding just headshots and just going for those stomachs and extremities, the average time to kill is very good, very insane. It's up there. Just the only gun that beats it is the FAL for that sense. However, what you want to do is check it out, use the loadout I've done, and see what you think. This gun is definitely going to be ranked up there highly and will be one of the meta guns. So for the now, we're going to check on the SMG for the Tech 9. This gun also has an insanely good damage profile. We can see up to 14 meters, which is damage drop off. It has 61 damage profile for head, 39 for chest, 39 for stomach extremity, and 39 for extremities. That is insanely good. This is ranked second. The only other gun that ranks better than it is the KSP, which is a burst fire gun, slow rate of fire, not very good. It's not a great gun, so we would exclude this totally. So if this is ranking second, and it also after the drop off, this gun ranks as well. So I need to unlock it and see what the recoil pattern is like. If this gun has a very good recoil pattern, I know the iron sights on this look very similar to the MP5 Modern Warfare, so this gun's going to be very comfortable for those guys to use and rock. But definitely check it out, try to spend the time to rank it up. This gun is very going to be one of the ones to be checking out. Apart from that, guys, these guns look good, going to be in the meta, going to be in there, so enjoy.